I'm hungry for some deer. These kids are fast. Too old for this. Hi friends, welcome to Spark Nature Week 9, Animal Instincts, Survival and Senses. Today was all about games, so parents and nature educators, this one's for you. We built on our study of the deer, rabbit, fox, hummingbird, and bear, creating different hands-on activities and interactive games that gave kids a truly sensory, embodied experience of each animal's strongest sense. We also painted our paper-mâché animals from last week. They look amazing. It was a very chilly morning, so we started in the studio before heading out. Mr. Adam turned into a bear and chased kids all around the property, perfect for burning off the excitement and the high energy. We made plenty of space for free play and finished by gathering around a warm fire in the cove for a cozy meditation. But then it was time to play. The first activity today was all about the hummingbird and the unique way that they see.
In your hand, you have a magical marker. That marker is going to write in a color that hummingbirds can see. And that color is called ultraviolet. That ultraviolet light, you're going to be able to draw a flower with that marker and then use the other end to light up. That's how hummingbirds see. They can see a spectrum of light that we normally can't see.
The children loved drawing in invisible ink and then using special lights to reveal their hidden flowers and gardens. It was so cool. But after that, we shifted to the bear and explored their incredible sense of smell.
We're going to do a different game now. Now we're going to work on our bear sense. What was the bear's most useful sense? Does anybody remember? Smelling. They had great sniffers. So we're going to play a game here where it's identify that scent.
We dropped essential oils on cotton balls and then passed them around the room, having the children guess what each scent was.
And then you guys can pick one representative from your table to give what your table's consensus thought was. The big reveal, it was lavender for this one. Peppermint, you guys got it right. Good job.
The children had a blast guessing the different scents. Then we grabbed our compasses and headed outside for a game of fox tag.
You have to hold your compass flat on a flat surface. You can use a table. In this case, we're going to use our hands, right? It has to be flat because that's just balancing, kind of like a teeter-totter. Now, why are we finding north? And why is this game called Fox Freeze Tag? Well, there was a study a few years ago that they found that foxes actually help use the magnetic field of the earth. The study found that when a fox was going to attack its prey, if it was aligned in its northern position with its head facing north, it was able to catch that mouse or prey 73% of the time. Now against that, scientists always have to check against how things work. When they observed the fox and the fox wasn't oriented north and tried to attack its prey, it only succeeded 18% of the time. They still didn't catch an animal if they're not facing north, but it sure works a lot better when they're aligned with the magnetic field. You guys are foxes, ready? Ready? One!
The kids loved this game, especially because it was way trickier than regular tag and really challenged them to orient before getting someone out. But then came my favorite game of the day, deer hide and seek.
So deers are really good at using their camouflage to hide from predators. We're going to have a couple of predators. It's going to be Miss Amanda and me. And we're going to look for you. But here's the rules. It's only in the loop from the stream to the loop around here. Okay?
Children just loved how engaged and involved we were. And this game continued during the free play where different children took turns being the predators, seeking out the other deer. Then for our final game, we tuned into our sense of hearing to mimic the rabbit.
Now rabbits, their strongest sense is their hearing. They have small ears or big ears. They got really big ears to help them sense that. You guys got some pretend little ears here. That'll help you amplify the sound. You can take it. If you take it like this, and you just put this behind your ear, it's just going to catch a little bit more sound. You can just kind of hold it like that with each hand, and that's just going to kind of give you a little bit more sound built in that you can hear. Yeah, let's sit down and close our eyes. Focus on your hearing bunny senses. All right, close your eyes again. Just your ears, just your ears.
All of the games were a huge hit and truly enjoyed by the kids, and we could see how much deeper their understanding of each animal became through play. Now it's time for art, painting our paper-mâché creations.
We're going to paint our animals and bring them to life using paper-mâché that we built from last week. If you feel the paper-mâché now, how does it feel? How does your paper-mâché feel? What did it feel like last week? Right? It was soft and good. This is the cool thing about paper-mâché. The cool thing about paper-mâché is all that water is gone. All that water is gone now. And now it is dry and it's light. It's how my paintings up there got so big. So what is this part of our paper-mâché called? The background, right? This part is called the foreground or the front. Don't paint the front first. Paint the back first.
After setting out a rainbow of paint colors, the children got right to work adding life to their paper sculptures. Some focused with quiet concentration, others chatted excitedly as their animals slowly came to life with patterns, textures, and bold colors. It was such a joy watching their creativity unfold.
Something you can always do this. You can always spin your canvas around. Always put your hand in a place that's easy to reach or easy to paint with. So if it's like if you're awkward, if it's awkward for you to bend your hand around, just spin your canvas around.
Look at how extraordinary they came out. Last week you couldn't really tell what the sculptures were, but this week it's so clear. What's the rabbit? What's the fox? What's the bear? What's the hummingbird? We are so proud of these creations. And here are some reflections from this week. All right, not gonna lie, today was cold. It was that biting brick winter wind. So I'm really glad that today was all about playing different sensory games because that's the way we stayed warm. One of my favorites is when me and Mr. Adam pretended we were predators looking for deer that were camouflaged in the woods. And so I got my heart rate up. I got to run around a little bit. The kids loved it. And then during free play, they continued on with the games. It was also really incredible to see them sniff out the cotton balls. And we thought we were going to trick them with rosemary, but they got it. Also, I love cracking out the paints. It's not something we do often because it is messy. Obviously, you know, I got it on my clothes and my body today, but the kids love to paint. And it was really cool to witness how their sort of lumpy paper-mâchés now transformed into all the different animals, and to see each child's creativity and self-expression is always so fascinating. So another great week in the books. That's a wrap for week 9, Animal Instincts, Survival and Senses. What we know is this: kids love animals, games, and painting. This was such a high energy, fun-filled day, interactive, embodied, and engaging. We are thrilled. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Help us to spread the spark and get yourself and your kids outside.